They're probably gonna come back and say, your soil sucks, give up. We still have our amaranth left to get out of the garden. I got the rest of the peanuts out of the garden today, but both the amaranth and the peanuts need to be dried, cured. Glenn is going to build us a frame so we can dry it in the house because we want to make sure no critters or pests or anything get to them.
Just a roll of window screen.
So I got the front of the coop painted and this other side over here, and I just got an alert on my phone that there's rain coming, which wasn't supposed to rain today, but there are some dark clouds over there. This side over here, I'm just gonna wait for Glenn to take the door off for me, and then I'll do that side. That won't take long. But I know, like, it's hard to tell that I even painted it because the color matches so well, and it wasn't entirely intentional. This was actually a color that a couple years ago I painted on the inside of our storage building right here, and we liked it. We just loved the color so much. And then so I just told Glenn to go ahead and get me another gallon of that, and I would put it on this, and honestly it's almost exactly the same color. It's kind of crazy. So as we're pulling everything out of the garden that's left, we had a whole bunch of these cayenne peppers that were left. We're just taking them and dehydrating them, and we don't have a dehydrator. So the best way we came up with to do it was to put them on our gas smoker, obviously minus the wood smoke. We don't really want them wood smoked. We're doing them at 140 degrees. Today we're just collecting some soil samples so we can send it in to our, what do you call it, the extension service. That way they can kind of give us an idea of what's in our soil, I guess you would say.
So we're expecting to have to add lime to bring down the soil pH, but we don't know how much lime without testing.
But so yeah, we're gonna take 10 samples, mix all the dirt together, and then they say to send in like 1 or 2 cups of the mix.
Yeah, you can drop it off, but you can also just mail it in.
They're probably gonna come back and say, your soil sucks, give up. So we got our 2 cups of soil here that we've measured out, mixed it up as good as we could, and we're just gonna put it on this tray to dry it, because they say to send in a dry soil sample. So we're gonna put it on this tray, and we're just gonna stick it on our gas heater, and then we'll smash it up, break it up good. So it's that time of year where we have to start winterizing everything, and one of the things that we have to do is winterize our gas well. As you know, we have a gas well on the property, and we're responsible for like the upkeep for the gas that feeds to us.
the gas comes off the gas well where it feeds the main line out to like the gas company's customers, but it branches off here going to our house, and it goes through this gas dryer. So once a year I have to change this out, and I just do it at the beginning of, basically the heating season when going into winter. As we've said before, in West Virginia and some other states, and it's not even all of West Virginia, it's just where there's a lot of natural gas that they put a lot of these shallow wells in. We make reference sometimes to free gas. It's just free in the sense that we actually don't get a bill, but we don't get a check for the gas being sold. Somebody long before us had those mineral rights or oil and gas rights, and they've either sold those rights to a gas company or leased them.
Keep in mind that when you buy a property with free gas, there's not necessarily any guarantee how long that well will continue to operate, because obviously all these wells have some type of lifespan. At some point they're going to go dry. Just something to take note of if you're looking at properties with free gas.
They say that. I mean, there's no guarantee it's not going to last forever necessarily,
right.
But a neighbor said they thought our well went in back in the 70s, and it's still producing really well.
Yeah.
So that gives you an idea. It lasts
a long
time. This is our gas regulator that knocks the pressure down, because it's higher pressure coming out of the well, just natural pressure coming out of the ground. And this knocks the pressure down going to our house, just as a safety mechanism, so gas just isn't blowing somewhere. It has a plunger that trips, and it shuts off the gas flow. So after I get done and put the gas back on it, I just have to pull this plunger back out. Okay, now we got gas flow again.
So since it's supposed to rain today, I'm gonna go ahead and cut these amaranth plants down and get them drying. I could just go ahead and leave them longer, but at this point, if I don't cut them, I'm just asking for the birds to come and eat them. And then I'll get these inside and start drying them on the frame that Glenn built us to dry stuff in the house. And I still cannot find my pruning shears. I don't know what I've done with them. Alright, I'm gonna go unload this box, and then I have some more plants down there to get. And we're just using this as chicken feed. We're not actually consuming it. So hopefully this will help with our chicken grain bill. So I think this is gonna work pretty good. I've already put my peanuts on the frame, and I'm actually pretty happy with the peanut harvest, considering that we got the peanuts in the ground late. At least we got some. We have plenty for seed and even some for eating. This is definitely not the ideal way we wanna be drying things, but for now, this is what we have to work with. I wanna get these down to the smallest as possible. That way I can make sure that I can fit everything on this, I keep wanting to call it a cold frame. I have cold frame on the mind. But I wanna make sure that I can fit all of this onto the screen. These are our peppers that we dried on our smoker, and I'm just going to grind them up into a thick seasoning.